Work smarter, not harder, they say. Or it's what I say, at least. But came across this story, and this could be one of those too good to be true stories for exercise, but I figured it was too good to pass up here, and I wanted to talk about it. So it's from the Daily Mail, the story. Groundbreaking research reveals this one tiny exercise you can do while sitting down burns fat fast. So they've uncovered this major health benefit of doing this simple exercise, and you don't even have to get up to do it. You can barely do it while you're sitting down. So it was from the University of Houston, and a new study has revealed one simple low-effort exercise can dramatically boost your metabolism and burn fat while sitting at your desk. So you already got me signed up there. So let's see. Pretty much what it is you lift your heel up in a particular motion. So you start off with having flat feet on the ground, and then you keep your toes on the ground, and then you lift your heel up. And you have to repeat the motion. Though it's not just one motion. And in the study, they did it for 4 hours a day. So it's for a pretty long time. It's not like something you do for 5 minutes and you're going to look like Brad Pitt, so it's something that takes some time to do, obviously. But popular neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman spoke about the study on his podcast, Huberman Lab, saying the research is very exciting for those who want to improve their health but don't have the time to move and exercise as much as they'd like. So on average, they say we sit about 10 hours a day. So I know at my job, I do a lot of sitting, and obviously when I'm making content, I'm sitting a lot as well. So that's why I was intrigued to look at this. So it's called the Soleus Push Up. So your aim is to shorten the calf muscle. So, and just to give you the directions, sit with your feet flat on the floor and muscles relaxed. Raise your heel, keeping your toes on the ground. Release the heel when it's at the top of its motion and place it back on the ground. So they say it's similar to walking, but it's not. It's kind of like the opposite motion. I'll play a short clip in a second here that describes it, where they kind of go into it a little bit. So, and people that did the study, it was 25 men and women of different ages, BMIs, fitness levels. They did it for 270 minutes or 4.5 hours each day, and it affected their metabolism and blood glucose levels. Saw a 52% improvement in blood glucose fluctuations and a 60% reduced insulin requirement after a meal. So, let me see, that's kind of the motion that you're doing right here. Is you're looking there, and you see the toes are still there. You're lifting the heel up, and then you're putting it right back down. You want to keep your toes planted. So let's just take a look here. Just want to play this quick video here on YouTube. See if I can get this going here.
It's not new to say that we're facing a lot of challenges with poor metabolic health. And this isn't just obesity. What we know are that diseases such as diabetes and prediabetes and cardiovascular conditions and dementia all have a major metabolic underlying cause. We and others had looked at this muscle called the soleus muscle. It's the primary muscle that we use in our lower leg for standing, walking, and running. It has a whole different set of both anatomical and cellular properties that make it special. So what we
there's the motion there.
If you can activate the muscle through a specific type of way, then it will use more energy than normal. It looks simple from the outside, but sometimes what we see with our naked eye isn't the whole story. The specific type of soleus contractions that we developed and have been testing, we call a Soleus Push Up. You can do it while sitting, which we know we do a lot of since the average person sits about 10 hours a day. From the outside, if you were to zoom in on the ankle, it would look a lot like if you're walking, such that the ankle is bending and the heel is rising. However, internally, it's exactly the opposite. And that's part of the secret sauce to this, is that instead, when doing this activity, the muscle is simultaneously shortening while the motor neurons are activating intensely. With walking, the exact opposite is happening, in that the muscle is turned off once the heel starts to rise. And what we showed is that people could lower their blood glucose with a single session of doing soleus muscle contractions by about 50%. And the magnitude rivals what you would see in the hours after exercise or any other type of therapy. And we don't know of any therapeutic approach, even the strongest pharmaceuticals, that come close to raising metabolic rate as much as activating 1% of your body's weight through sustained soleus contractions. What we developed was a way that people can sustain muscle contractile activity for hours, not minutes, And doing that, they were able to use a special mixture of fuels. Instead of using the intramuscular glycogen, which is the stored carbohydrate, they were able to use fuels that came from the blood, such as blood glucose and blood lipoproteins. I'd like to tell you that this is a simple new fitness trick. It's not a hack. It's not as simple as simply doing a heel lift or raising your legs when you're sitting or shaking your leg or fidgeting. It's a very specific movement that's designed where we use some technologies that aren't necessarily available to the public unless you're a scientist and you know how to use it. But the real winner here, the real hero of the story, weren't the research subjects. It's not a behavior that people are doing. It's rather that the human body has something in it all along that has preserved the ability to work for hours endlessly without fatigue.
So that's pretty much just summing it up. But it's pretty interesting, how you can just do it while you're sitting. That was what caught my eye, and it makes sense. I mean, you're kind of activating the muscle. You're doing it in little short little bursts. I'm not a fitness person at all, so don't quote me on the ins and outs, but it seems pretty interesting, the story. I'm gonna try it, so I will let you guys know my progress. If you're interested in trying it as well, please let me know down in the comments. If you end up starting it, and if you come back to the video a couple days later, let me know what you guys think of it. I'm gonna try it and see how it works, because hey, I'm sitting anyway, might as well try something, so I figured. It's also just ate an entire pizza pie today, so I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, so I probably caught my eye a little bit more. But I'll have to get back on my low carb diet here. Maybe that'll help as well. But it's interesting. So just wanted to make a quick little video highlighting this. So it could be just a fad that passes by, and a month from now we're like, oh, this didn't even work. But it's just in one studies too, so it's not like it's been tested over and over and over again. But hey, if you're at a job and you're sitting, if you just lift your leg up a little bit, just put it back down. Even if I don't think I'm going to be doing it for 4.5 hours a day. I don't got that kind of time. But even if I did it for 20 minutes out of the whole day, you could just do it for like 2 minutes every hour or something, and then that 8 hours, that's a few minutes there. But obviously you might have to build up to it, obviously, and you could be doing other things throughout the day. You're gonna get up, like I get up a lot, or some of the time, and I have to move around, but not sitting the entire day. But I'm just gonna try to do it throughout the day, and maybe I'll start out with like half hour or an hour, and then we'll see what happens. So I'll let you guys know. I've been just doing it for a few minutes here as we've been talking. You can kind of feel it a little bit, but who knows. But just wanted to pass this knowledge along to you guys, and let me know, share it with your friends if you're curious and you want other people to try it, and like, share, and subscribe to the video, and hit that notification bell so you know when my videos go live. Thanks for watching, and take care.